Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while from an FM point of view, but obviously the FM22 beta has dropped. Caught us off guard a little bit. It's a few days early, but that's no bad thing. Now, you might have seen from the social media posts that we are going with an Atalanta save. I was thinking about it for a while, what to do with the beta save, whether to do one at all. I'm much more accustomed to doing long-term, lower league saves, building a club up and all of that. So it's been a long time since I've done a save with a big team, but it'll be nice to do something a bit different. So let's get straight into it and have a look at what we're dealing with. Right, guys. So I didn't quite know what to expect. Atalanta were one of those teams. Obviously, they're quite a popular team now, aren't they? Over the last few years, they've sort of emerged with this attacking, sort of energetic style of football, and they're sort of a bit of a hipster team, maybe. I don't know. But they're everyone's sort of second team in Italy or first team in Italy, whatever. But I realised I don't actually know a huge amount about their playing squad and much about them at all. So I thought this would be a really interesting save. I don't know how far we'll get into it. We'll just keep playing as long as we can in the beta, a couple of seasons maybe, and just see what we can do. I'm not going to put any targets on it. It's just to sort of get back into the game and get used to some of the new features. So we'll start off financially. Healthy. There's a decent amount of millions in the bank. 2022, just under 23 million in the bank. Transfer budget of it started off at 13, but the wages was maxed out. So we've had to take that down a bit just to give ourselves some space. So it's not great. There's not a huge amount of money to spend. I think the reason behind that is the transfers that the club made, probably in real life in the summer. Notable ones: Juan Musso, the goalkeeper from Udinese. He's coming as our first choice goalkeeper. Christian Romero. This is an odd one. I don't know what's happened here. I'm sure there's an explanation in real life, but they've signed him from Juventus. I think he was on loan last season. They've signed him permanently, and then a few days later loaned him out to, where is it? They've loaned him out to Spurs somewhere. So I don't really know what's going on there. I might look to recall that when we can, but it's just happened, sort of thing, as the game starts. So that might be one to look at coming back. Coop Miners, centre midfielder. He's done pretty well for us in pre-season, to be fair. Zappacosta, fullback from Chelsea. Matteo Lovato, and then a few loans as well. So in terms of the squad, going back to the finances before I carry on. The good thing is that they are. I know this isn't going to be a long-term save, but it's always good to know they are projected for what these are worth to be healthy. So that makes a nice change for us. Usually we're trying to figure out how to clear some debts. Information-wise, pretty old club, 1907. They've got plenty of history, a lot of icons, a lot of legends here. It'd be nice to hit all of these, or some of these derbies. Obviously, both of the Milan clubs, and the Brescia one, I think, is the main one. And they're known for having a really passionate, sort of hardcore fan base. So it should be a good save. To be fair, a good save to get into a lighter kit as well. Always helps. Now, from the board point of view, I'm not used to seeing this much. As I say, non-league teams, normally you've got one or two things, usually about fixing money, whatever. But there's quite a few. So culture-wise, high-tempo pressing football, entertaining football, attacking football, and signing sort of younger players from the lower level of the game. But I'm not going to pay huge amounts of attention because, as I say, we're only here short term. But it's good to know what we can sort of look at if we're going to a big team when the main game releases. Longer term, just for interest, really. Obviously, it's the standard stuff, growing the club's reputation. But they're sticking with the youth thing. So there's obviously a philosophy at the club. And then for expectations this season, now this is what we're looking to care about. Champions League, just to be competitive, which is pretty good. Obviously, it depends who we get in the group stages, but you'd say Atalanta are a group stage sort of regular, maybe a mainstay now. So it'd be good to have a crack at that if we can get a decent group. Serie A, just to qualify for the Champions League again, which is probably about right. I think that's probably what we're looking to aim for. It's going to be difficult to shoot for the title without being able to overhaul the squad, which we're not going to be able to do with the funds available. And then the Coppa Italia, they obviously want us to reach the final, so that's one we want to go and look at winning. That's the sort of probably the best hope for silverware. So I have played through season, but I'm just going to have a look at the squad first. No signings been made yet. There's a few have gone out, but for pittance, and not any major senior players or anything like that. So what I've found is they've got plenty of players in certain positions, but there's no wide players at the club. They've got attacking fullbacks and wingbacks and stuff like that, but there are no wide players. So that's been different for us. We've had to adapt to that. If I had more money, or if I was going to be here longer term, I'd possibly look to overhaul, ship more players out, bring a few in, and maybe make it a more fluid tactical system. But we're going to be a season or two, so I don't want to shift out 6 or 7 players and shift in 6, to raise funds to bring players in. I don't want to do that. So they've got a decent squad, and I think looking at everyone, that is maybe the problem, is that everyone's decent. There's a lot of players that sort of, they can do lots of things, but they're not like the master of anything. But it's a solid squad, and I think with a little bit of an addition, if we can get the best out of them tactically, we can achieve what we need to. And there is quality in there as well. Ilicic is really good. I know he's 33 now, but that's fine for us. He's going to be a main player. You can see some of these technical stats are fantastic, although he's obviously starting to lack in the physical department. 2 really good centre forwards as well in Duvan Zapata and Luis Muriel, but they're both injured, so I've not even played with them yet. They're both sort of mid to long term. Muriel's nearly back. Zapata, is nearly back. Muriel's out for longer, so that's where we've struggled a little bit there, but again, sort of athletic, good finisher, and Muriel as well, great finisher, good on the ball, quick, strong. So 2 good centre forwards there that we can use once they're back. Otherwise, with them out, we are a little bit thin. We've only got Piccoli really, although Ilicic can do a job there, so it's okay. It's fine. I think, like I said, we're looking to bring someone in. Martin de Roon's been good. Gersons is probably one of the best players as well. Man City are after him. Knocked back a couple of bids, but he's unhappy because we knocked back the bids. Although we agreed a fee with him and they didn't get anywhere near the fee, but yeah, whatever. He will probably go, and we maybe can look to reinvest that if something happens in time. But we'll see. I'm happy to hang on to him otherwise. And then that's it really. The centre midfielders are all again decent. That's the area I'm looking to strengthen a little bit, because they're all a little bit samey, and I want something with a bit more, like a playmaker. I want someone who can dictate play a little bit more. So we're limited with funds, obviously, as we've seen, but Gonzalo Villar is the man I'm after. He's only 23. He can play that holding role if he has to, but obviously I'm not going to be relying on his tackling or his physicality, but technique, passing, first touch, good on the ball with dribbling, things like that. So that's the man we can hopefully bring in, and that'll probably be it, unless a big sale for Gosens or someone like that goes through. I think that's about it before we get into tactics. Staff wise, I do need to look at this. I'm not going to go too much into it for the beta, because it's only going to be for a season or two, and it's okay. But that is something we could certainly improve on. So we'll work on that as we go. Pre-season, let's have a little look. So we're nearly at the end of this. We've come back here for the last friendly, and to be fair, we've done pretty well. I'm not familiar with most of these teams. Beat Renate 3-0 comfortably. Now this was a weird game, this one each. We dominated the game really. Made chance after chance after chance, just didn't take them, and we got stung from a set piece. So, but we've kicked on since then. Good result there against Pordenone, again comfortable. Now this one, I was worried about this one because I didn't really tested the tactics I've been using, and they are absolutely not the sort of thing that I would usually look at using. So a 1-0 win away at Juventus was really pleasing, because it wasn't the sort of pressing, dominating, making chance after chance. Obviously Juventus were the controlling team. They had loads more of the ball, but when you got to the end and looked at the XG and the chances created, actually it was pretty even, and we scored after 3 minutes, as you can see, through Ilicic. And we held it, and we defended so well. We rode our luck a little bit, but a 1-0 win away at Juventus I was thrilled with, because it was a different sort of performance. It was another similar one in terms of the result, against Südtirol. I don't know who they are. But again, we were dominant in this one. It was back to these ones, and we were just a little bit wasteful. But Roberto Piccoli's come in and done well. He's I think he's 21. He's a decent centre forward, but we are missing our two main men up there. So when they come back, I'm hoping that we'll be a little bit more clinical, and we'll score more goals. Now, West Ham. This was always going to be a test, but I thought, hey, we've just beat Juventus away from home. This is fine. West Ham's not the same. 21 minutes, 3 down, which was I was fuming. I was thinking, is this going to be a problem now if we come up against decent sides? Is this tactic just not going to work? But to be fair, we absolutely thundered back and made it 3 each, and there was loads of time left, and it was all us from then on, as you might imagine. Momentum was kept going and going. We just couldn't find the winner, but absolutely thrilled with that comeback. What was it? 5 goals in the first half. Mad game, but we looked really dangerous and we sorted ourselves out. So that was great. And now today we've got Napoli. So another big test, really, away from home again. And you can see as we start Serie A, actually, more away games than home to begin with. So it could be a tough start, and we've got Napoli early doors as well. So this is a good indication of how we're going to do, I think. Now, let's have a look at this monstrosity. I've never done anything like this before, but I'm not any sort of tactical genius. But when I come into a club, I like to look at the players and make a tactic from there. I don't like to just go for 4-2-3-1 or whatever it is that works in the current FM. I like to try and adapt and try new things. So, and it's been working pretty well. Considering as well that, as I say, we're missing our best players up here. Hopefully that all these chances that we create will get a little bit more clinical. We'll have a little bit more pace and power up there than Piccoli can offer, because that's not what he's about. He's 6'3", he's a big guy, but he's not going to run in behind and cause problems from that point of view. So when Zapata's back and Muria, we should have a little bit of a different dimension to our game. And I've messed around with the second and third as a more sort of defensive and a bit more of a gung-ho tactic, but not had too much opportunity to try those properly yet. But they're never going to be ones that I use for long periods of a game, I don't think, anyway. So anyway, we've gabbled on. Obviously, we're going to get into this Napoli game today, and then next time we'll come back for the first game of the season anyway. But hopefully, guys, you enjoy it. It's going to be a little bit different to what we normally do, and then who knows how far we'll take it. Anyway, let's get into the game. Right, here we go then, guys. I've pretty much put what I think is the best team out. It's the one that I've gone back to most times in pre-season so far. There's a couple of positions that I think there's probably an almost like-for-like change, but these are the guys that have performed so far, so and seem to suit the positioning. So we've got Musso in goal, Zappacosta out on this right-hand side into Malinovsky. We do have to be quite patient. There's a lot of movement around the box, but it's good movement, and the players are capable of popping it around quickly. Here's Ilicic and a bit of space. It's a decent effort. And what we have got, to be fair, there's a lot of players in that sort of attacking midfield role. Oh, and there's Demiral, gets us off to a great start. Just under 4 minutes in, 1-0 up. I was just going to say what we have got is a lot of good long shots, and we've done pretty well from set pieces. I've done the set pieces, and they're similar to the near post ones we were losing in FM21, just until I see how things work. But to be fair, Demiral and whoever he's playing with, usually Jim City, have done really well. We've scored quite a few goals at that front post, or at least caused problems and scored in the attack resulting from the corner. So couldn't ask for a better start really there, guys, with the 1-0. We've got them pegged back in their own half now. Di Lorenzo carrying it way too far, but that's a poor ball, and we'll mop that up all day. And here we go again. That's a bit ambitious. Not really sure who that was for. And those are those little moments there. I'm loving the data hub, by the way. I think it's a great feature, and I've not even got the best out of it yet, because our analysis team is almost non-existent, so we're trying to fill those. But some of the analysis after we have so many passes, just clear that. Come on, boys, clear that. Not from a corner. Just inside our own half and on the halfway line, and I'm trying to move that up the pitch a little bit. And I think having someone like Villar in that is a bit more of a passer and a playmaker might just help us unlock the door. a little bit more quickly in moves. Napoli having the lion's share now, though. He's offside. Schoolboy stuff. Good defending. And I don't mind this. This was similar to Juventus. We scored early and we did have to soak up pressure and defend, but we didn't concede many. Oh, that's poor. Get out. Oh no. Come on, boys. Concentrate. Concentrate. Koulibaly. I'm happy with him out there, and it's fine. We've seen it off. Conceded, brought on a lot of pressure onto ourselves, but we didn't concede many proper chances, which I think is why Juventus' XG was similar to ours. They had a lot more of the ball and half chances and good sort of opportunities to make chances, but they never managed to really break us down properly. So I'm happy with that. I don't know whether we're creating the... Oh no, that's poor. Stand up, get your shape back. Good save by Musso. Yeah, I'm not sure we're necessarily creating what Atalanta are known for, this sort of free-flowing, energetic football, but I'm hoping that it might be maybe a little bit more effective in some of the big games and we can do okay, but we've got away with one there. Is he offside? No? Goal kick. Really got away with one. So we're a little bit passive at the moment, and we're inviting them on, aren't we? Napoli sort of pulling us around a little bit now, and it's a great save by Musso. It's coming though, isn't it? I think we perhaps need to change things slightly. I want to just push us up the pitch a little bit, spread out, because we just can't get out. Insigne with the corner, well away. Can we launch a break? Malinowski did well, but clearly nothing's come of it. If we can make it to half time, I don't really want to change anything. Come on, hold on. Zano's been a problem. That's a good block. Now Malinowski. Come on then, break for us. Bit of quality. That's it. Fine. Right, well, there we are. So we've not seen much of us going forward, but we've defended pretty well. You can see this isn't really good enough. We can't get out. We're defending resolutely, but we can't get out. So that's something we need to be careful of, because the goal's going to come eventually. I don't want to have to be defending for 90 minutes. Gosens is just he's being a pain. We had a discussion. He wanted to go. City put a bid in of 15 million or something insulting, and we agreed that if they paid sort of 35, 40, then he could go. And then they came up with about 18, and I rejected it, and he's chucked a hissy fit. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a bug or whether he's just being an idiot. Change wise, it might be that I'm going to bring Gosens off if he's doing my head in a little bit. And this is the thing. Is sometimes Piccoli, obviously he's not been involved. We're not been able to get the ball up to him, but this is where we could use Zapata, Muriel with their pace, give us a bit of an option on the break to get out, which we don't really have. But I'm happy with it at the minute. It's only the one clear chance that they've had, really, that we've got a little bit lucky with. So defensively looking sound. Moving the ball well. Piccoli, good little ball over the top to Malinowski, but it's well covered by the Napoli defence. Can we win? Oh no. Don't know what happened there. Always get a little bit scared when the frame rate jozzes in there looking like they could be through, but that's fine. I don't mind this against the bigger teams. I think if you're playing like the bottom half, bottom 12 teams, we can open up a little bit more and try and do the Atalanta way, whatever that is. But we can be a little bit more adventurous. But we're not being defensive here, but we are being patient. And I think having to accept that Napoli probably have more quality than us, and we have to respect that a little bit. And we're defending well. The thing that we do lack is pace. I think we've got a good amount of height in the team. Composure, people are decent on the ball, good work rates, things like that, but real pace we don't have a huge amount of without Zapata and Muriel, so we need them back really for there's the goal. Musso with the save. I don't know if that was a good save or a poor finish, but we will take it. Here's the corner then. Can we get another one? Snap another one? No. And they're going to break on us now. Elmas carrying, and there's a lot of space. Good ball for Insigne, he's broken free. Good save by Musso again. I wasn't that impressed with the signing of Musa when I looked at his stats and everything and saw that they'd obviously he's brought in this summer, but he's been really good for us. So so far so good with that. Ilicic brought down, wins the free kick, exactly what we want. Taken pretty quickly. Koulibaly with a dominant header, but it'll come back. And can we have a little bit of pressure now? Little dink. That's a good ball. Malinovsky deliver. Is it Ilicic? There it is. We've done a smash and grab job on him, guys. A little bit clinical though. I mean, this has been a feature. These sort of switches out to either the fullbacks or the attacking midfielders splitting out into the channels. Ilicic has arrived late, which is exactly what I want. The other AM, if one pulls wide, I would need them to support the striker, and Ilicic is the better finisher, the one I want in and around the box, the better technical player. So he's done really well for us, scored some important goals, and that allows us to make some changes. I say smash and grab. Is it a smash and grab? I don't know. Keeper's obviously done well for us, but I'm going to bring Marla on out here. He's sort of another, just as good really, he's another one, but he's a more attacking option. We can really get forward with him now, and I think there's going to be some space there. The only thing I can't really change is that centre forward issue. I could put Ilicic there, maybe, but I like him where he is. I like him arriving and laying on the final assist or making the final shot. So it's a real shame that both of those centre forwards have been injured that whole time. It wasn't worth you. We haven't got enough budget to just bring someone in for the sake of it. We've got sort of one decent player in us, and once they're back, then we were never going to get a player for 9 million that was ready to hit the ground running and be better than those two. So we've just had to be patient with that. And defensive midfield maybe is one as well. But Freuler can do that, and if Villar comes in, we've got the we've got the midfield worked out if we can get Villar in. But yeah, centre forward we're very light on at the moment. So I am going to bring Darun off. I don't need him getting sent off in a friendly. And yeah, Pacina can do the same job, just like for like. Nothing that needs changing. I don't think, not this early. I think we can go for another goal here. I think Marla comes on, gives us a bit more down the right. It's been quiet down there. Most of our attacking play in the second half seems to be from that left channel. But tiredness is starting to set in now, and I think this is probably a good call. I think Miranchuk on for Malinovsky. Again, similar players. It's just some fresh legs, isn't it? And hopefully now we can at least see it out. But nothing's really happening, so Napoli aren't, they're not troubling us at all. It'd be nice to see something though. Most of the friendlies have been pretty action-packed. Okay, well nothing at all has happened since that, which I suppose is a good thing. 2-0 up against a arguably bigger side. You don't want too much action. We want to just see the game out. But first game on the street, on the channel, I would have liked a bit more action. But it's always the way. Struggling just for options that I want to make. So it's just going to be legs now. I think Toloi can come on here. Pasalic can come on for Coop Myers. That's fine. Just some legs now. It's fine. It's easy, isn't it? It's only Napoli. It's only Napoli away. We've already done Juventus. Get the kids on. Get the backup squad on. Give them all some playing time. Oh no. Could be a dicey last 10 minutes this now. No, away. Piccoli's got to it. And then Marla. Back to Piccoli. Just need him to hold it up. Good. That's good. That's really good. That's what we want. Patience, and we've found a way through, to be fair. Oh, it's hit him in the back. It's hit him in the back of the head. Brilliant. Don't concede from that, guys. Come on, it's hit you in the back of the head. Oh, no. Oh, it's a good save again. I don't know if it was going in. Just wide, maybe, but a stunning stop. Got down really well. Headed away, and here's Miranchuk with fresh legs. He's got a couple of players ahead of him, and he's just sort of booted it to nowhere. Is Mario Rui for Napoli coming forward, trying to get him back into it. Got 5 minutes left. Insigne, can he make it? Worrying for him. Get away! Rui. Clear it, boys. Come on. Di Lorenzo, it's a good save, and I don't know why he's passing it back to the keeper there, but we've got it clear. And it's been some brave defending, to be fair, from the guys. Get it away! Oh, that's inches. Whew. Well, I said we wanted some action. We found it now, but it's I suppose to be expected. It's all Napoli, and this possibly is where we have to accept. Yeah, I think it's late enough now that we need to maybe just drop things back. Not that we're already maybe a little bit too deep, but I think we just need to slow things down a little bit, get the time wasting up, and just be a little bit more compact. Keep the discipline. We're defending bravely. They've not cut through us, have they? They're having to work really hard to find half a chance or a shooting opportunity. So I think we're going to see it out with a clean sheet, which is really pleasing. Really pleasing. I think when I took over Atalanta, I thought, is this going to be the thing? Is it going to be like hell to leather? It's going to be 3-2, 4-3 all the time. And sorting out a defence is something maybe that I find a little bit more difficult than getting an attack going. I think the way I think about football, but this seems to work really well. We keep it narrow, and we shut things down when they do get at us, and we keep the ball pretty well. We haven't there, but it shows it's a tactic that seems to work against both, lower teams that we can just overpower with quality, and then against these big sides away from home as well. So can't be anything but happy with that. I don't know how long I've rambled on for, guys. I was going to do like a fancy intro video, for what I'm capable of, but I just thought, let's just get straight into it. You want to see the game, you want to see, if you're watching us, you want to see us playing the game. So that's what we've done. It's been a great pre-season then. We've rounded off with a fantastic win against Napoli. As I said, I'll stick some of the goals just as we end there, so you can see it from pre-season, and then next time we'll come back for the big one, the first game of the season, and hopefully we'll have completed that signing as well. And it's Sassuolo, and then we'll see how it goes. We've got some really tough games early on, haven't we? Napoli, Lazio, Torino, Inter. Okay, well, doesn't matter. We've beaten the best of them already in pre-season, and we all know that carries through and is a good indication. We'll see. Hope you enjoyed the first video. It's really good to be back. You've got like, you've got subscribe, notification bell, and all of that. Content, I think, will be coming thick and fast now. We've mentioned in previous videos there's a few other games that we're looking at as well. They'll be sort of side projects, but obviously with FM22 the content's going to come out. Scott's already got his first episode out for his Derby County save. He's going to make an attempt to save them, and as a Forest fan, I don't know how he's going to really feel about doing that. So that should be quite a good series to watch. So hop on over there if you haven't seen it already. And otherwise, I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.